Good afternoon, it's me again, the Real Crypto Informant, X-Rated Pennies. This is for education, prevention, and awareness. It's not financial advice, just give you guys speculating on what I believe is going on in this fundamental market so that you can be better prepare yourself for this opportunity and take advantage. Not going to really get into much about price or anything like that, but we are going to talk about what legislation is coming. The Clarity Act legislation should be up sometime this week, it says. That's what Senator Loomis said. That's what Senator Scott Thomas said of the Senate Banking Committee. They're supposed to reach an agreement over with Coinbase and the banks. Supposed to meet some type of compromise, and I did find out that Coinbase got a license. It looks like to me the problem was that in order to get their yielding, you had to get some type of license, and that was a big issue that a lot of these the banks were pushing back on, and the crypto. What the crypto wanted, and I guess that was way so that everybody could be on a level playing field. So that's one of the great things that were happening, and we're just hoping that we can go ahead and get this legislation through so that it won't become a distraction within for the midterm. So that way we can go ahead and push this legislation through so that we can get everybody an opportunity to utilize these assets that we have available to us, so that we can help educate people, for the people to be aware, so we can prevent any of this scam and this bad branding that has came along with when you're talking about digital assets or when you're preferring crypto. A lot of people don't have real bad experiences with dealing in this market with crypto, and we don't want to let that deter some other people from getting involved and take advantage of this opportunity, because that's what this is going to really boil it down to. Either you're going to learn how to do it yourself, or you're going to continue to let someone else do it for you and take away some of your fundamental rights. So I will be heading back, headed north, I'm headed west. Not going to be here in D-Town too much longer, so I'm going to get on out and keep on spreading the message one person at a time. I'm looking forward to getting back up to Chicago to do some things, meet with some people to help spread the word about digital assets, about how it can make a fundamental change in your life and how you can become your own brand. Take self-sovereignty, take self-custody of your assets so you can utilize them yourself. And that's what this is, the fundamental way about doing this is very, very important. And it's in your best interest for you to get educated about these assets and how they can be collateralized and how they can be utilized, so you can be tokenized, so that you can best find out how they work best for you. And don't be afraid if you're too late. You're real early. This is the first time in history where Main Street and Wall Street been on the same field at the same time. Actually, Main Street got in here before Wall Street. If you understand what you have and understand these assets and understand the infrastructure and understand the plumbing, then you will really understand exactly where you need to be in this process. So I say all that to say, please get yourself educated. Please understand. I'm going to be up in Chicago here for maybe about 2-3 weeks. Then I got to head out to Florida, and then I'm going to head out to California, over to a couple conferences out there, some crypto conferences I'm going to hang out at, and just keep on spreading the news. That digital assets are here. They're not going anywhere. They're doing KYC, know your customers. They're going to take your picture. They're going to have your fingerprint. You already have a digital footprint, so ain't no sense of getting scared. If you notice, everybody's getting these new debit cards. You're going to be able to use your digital assets just like you use any other, just like you were using fiat, for lack of a better word. So I'm not promoting any particular asset or anything like that. What I'm promoting awareness. I'm promoting education, and I'm promoting prevention. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to be up in Chicago at the local libraries and meeting up with sponsors and meeting up with politicians and things like that, so we can get the word out here, so we can change the narrative that's going out here. It's just a bad name. It's sort of like you could say the same thing about the pharmaceuticals. Well, you can say the same thing about the guns. You can say the same thing about abortion. You can say the same thing about politicians. You can say the same thing about preachers. You know, depends on the person is, you can have a bad name. And so that's what we're doing. We're trying to change the narrative and change the name so that everybody understands. Just because you can't let one bad apple grow the whole bunch. You can't let one person's bad experience stop you. And it's a learning curve. So there's an opportunity where you could be took advantage of and be exploited because of your lack of the correct information. And that's what I'm here. I'm here to help you stay away from scammy. I'm here to help promote, to educate, and become aware. So understand, don't worry if you're too late. You're right where you're supposed to be. This is the opportunity for you to take advantage. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. This is what needs to be done for you to make a fundamental mind shift in your thinking. For you to become the entrepreneur that you say you are. For you to become self-governed. For you to become. I'm just saying. So keep paying attention. Keep paying attention. Don't get I don't care what they got going on. Wars, Crips, Bloods, Vice Lords, GD, I don't care. I don't care if the price goes this or the price goes, it doesn't matter. You just need to know what you hold and set your position. Don't let nobody trick you out of your position. That's all it's about. Somebody's gonna try to trick you out of the position so they can take your position. I don't care who it is. Everybody ain't ready to go on this ride with you. People can ride as long as it's comfortable. Once they get uncomfortable, then they can't ride. You got to be prepared. You know? You got to be prepared. Like, you got to be going balls to the wall. Trap house, White House. You know? Skid row to the top floor. That's how this got to go. And if you're not fundamentally or spiritually safe to endure this, then I don't suggest you get in this market. I don't. This is where the big boys play. So I'm not gonna hold you guys up all day. I just want to let you know that the real crypto informer, X-Rated Penny, is still in this bitch. And pennies.